All right, so for the first time ever, we are going to unveil the next generation sales experience. This is something that we've been working on for a long time. It's a completely new way of envisioning Oracle CX. I'm very excited to be able to show this to you. And so without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the stage our head of design, co-head of design for all of Oracle, Hillel Cooperman. Come on up, Hillel.
So this is, let's take a moment in the life of a digital salesperson. This is someone who may have been doing this job for a while or may have just gotten there. They may not know the ropes. They may need to get up to speed very quickly. And in fact, the first thing they're going to click on is in the upper left is this thing called My Customers Today. And what this is a guided experience letting them know exactly always what they need to do next. It just dives them straight into the first lead they want to work with. Now, the first thing hopefully you notice is that we try to make this not just attractive, not just easy to read and easy on the eyes, but also right in that big white area in the middle, that is a historical view of your company's relationship with this lead, this customer, this opportunity. So every interaction that you've had, so we talked about integration before, you may notice right in the middle there, our friend Colin Wu, who's a director of IT at Connected Hotels, right in the middle it says, oh, well, Colin visited the mobile check-in product page, he downloaded a PDF, the lead was qualified automatically, assigned to me as the salesperson, and we sent Colin the first email in the customer love marketing campaign already. That's all been done. And then after a beat, after this loads, the next thing that happens is the system says, okay, no problem, I'm going to tell you, here's what I think you should do next. And in this case, call Colin. This is the right way to contact him. And in fact, I have a recommended action up there that says you should follow up on that guest experience PDF that Colin downloaded. So right in line, we're going to hit the call button in the upper right-hand corner. In line, at the bottom, we see that little balloon, the little red balloon. It says talking points, understand timing, ask about budget, who's the decision maker. It's not just telling me, suggesting what I should do, but it's actually suggesting what I might talk about with Colin. So let's see if Colin picks up.
Hello?
Hi, is this Colin?
Yes, it is.
Hi, this is Hillel with Oracle. I wanted to follow up with you on the PDF you downloaded.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm interested in understanding how we could use the API to integrate with our current mobile app. With many of our hotels being in Europe now, I'd also like to learn how you approach security and data privacy.
I'd be happy to help you.
That'd be great. I'm running late to a meeting. Could we touch base later?
Absolutely.
Great. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye. All right, so what happened here? Colin and I had our conversation. Some interesting things happened. Number one, we didn't bounce out to some separate user interface. The user interface was embedded right here in the view. Number two, we got live transcription as we went. Number three, we did sentiment analysis on the conversation right at the bottom. Colin's demeanor was curious and positive. I have a feeling if Colin had been yelling or angry with me about something, then maybe it would have said something different. Always want to avoid that. And it even recorded the conversation, which I could go play back. And then watch what happens. Already the system is queuing up. I don't know if you saw that little orange card bounce up at behind on the top. It's already thinking about what I should be doing next as a salesperson. So in the upper right-hand corner, I'm done with the phone call, and I hit done. And sure enough, what comes forward? Another suggestion from the system. Hey, you should send Colin an email. The email's written. We find out why the email has been written the way it is based on your phone call. This follow-up email was written to emphasize these points. It attached a PDF about API integration, and I can, of course, go in there, hit return a couple of times, and type a custom line at the beginning to make it clear that this is not coming just from a template or a bot, but from a real human being. And I can hit send. And then the system says, hey, there's one more thing I think you need to do. So this historical view is not just my connection with Colin, not just my history with Colin, but it's everybody's history with Colin. An experience with a customer is never managed by one person at each of your companies. All of you are collaborating within your companies to work with these customers, whether you're in sales or service and support or in marketing. And sure enough, the system is saying, hey, you should get Rob King involved here. So I hit the add button. I say, hey, Rob, I'd really love to add you to this account, or this lead, rather. And Rob is a great guy and says, no problem. If I go down to the bottom right-hand corner, I click Related News, the panel moves over. The system has been scouring all the available news sources to find context for Colin and connected hotels, so I can get a sense of what's going on in their business and use that the next time I talk to Colin. I go to the bottom right, I hit the button again, and here it's actually plotted out a social graph of who at Connected Hotels and the other subsidiaries of their parent company, our company, is working with. So I know who's talking to who, all the deals that are happening at the same time, and who at our business is working with everyone, and we can coordinate. I want to go to the next thing I have to do on my list today. I go to that upper right-hand corner. Next, NH Guest Experience. I click. Oops, there we go. And I go to Jennifer Smith. I go to the NH Guest Experience. This is a lead that's already turned into an opportunity. Jessica and Tony are working on it. You can see in the left little orange panel. And sure enough, the first suggestion that the system gives me is, hey, this customer has a problem upgrading. So even though we're trying to sell them something new, they're having a service issue, a support issue. I don't want to call them trying to sell them something when they're not happy with us right now because something's not working. And so the system's like, you better read this before you do anything else. So I hit the review button. The system automatically scrolls down. I catch up on what the support issue is, another point of integration. And then watch, as I scroll back up in the feed, notice how the items, this email, they just expand in line as we go. Here it is again. Just like almost like a lens on the relevant information. And then finally it says, great, now that you're caught up, you should update the proposal. I'm going to show you one more quick thing. We're not going to update the proposal because we don't have time. So I'm going to go in the upper left and I'm going to click on My Customers Today. And now I bump out to my master view of all the things I need to do today. But here's the thing, it's not just leads. It's not just contacts. It's not just opportunities. I see in here my goals, how I'm doing against them. I see in here training that the system has recommended for me based on new products. I see integration with calendar. I see my ability to look at real conversations that are happening in real time with our customers. All that's available to me, and this is what the system has recommended that I should do today. That's just a little snippet of what I wanted to show you today and of what we're working on. It's just the tip of the iceberg. And I want to just leave you with the following thought. We want to be the best when it comes to user experience, and we want you to not just find our software functional or helpful, but delightful. The dream that I have is that when we get there, when we deliver software that you've fallen in love with, and if someday you should choose to change jobs, you go through the interview and they make you an offer, and then you're about to accept it. At the last second, you say to them, wait, one sec, what CX suite do you use? Because if it's not Oracle, I'm not coming.